Magic the Gathering Arena has brought back the cube, and we're in here drafting today. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Cody Lee. I upload a brand new draft video every single day. We've got a Mox Ruby in this pack, as well as an Elspeth Stormslayer. Equal power levels, I'm thinking, but we might be starting with some power. We're going to be back to drafting Powered Cube. If you haven't already, get out there, go do this. Powered Cube is super fun. I do really enjoy the format. It can be defeating. I'm learning. I'm getting better. We're getting there. And we're going to be starting with Mox Ruby today. Let's see how today turns out. Fingers crossed. We're going to jump into it. I am excited to have Cube back on the menu, though. Let's jump. Lutri. Razor Lash Transmogrant. 2 mana, 3/1. This creature can't block. Return this creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, interesting. Kind of a sack outlet. Lutri, 3 mana, 3/2 companion. Each non-land card in your starting deck has a different name. It should. Flash, when Lutri enters, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control, you can choose new copy. Just really good. Solid card. We're going to take it here. Whether we're in mono red, mono blue, blue red, blue anything. I mean, we have a Mox Ruby, so I'm kind of like, we're going to be in blue red. VV One Ring. Ooh, Nadu. Gosh, I forget how crazy decks are. So I think we're taking the One Ring. Volcanic Island is also insane, but One Ring, 4 mana for an indestructible artifact. When it enters, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each burden counter on the ring. You tap it to put a burden counter on the ring, then draw a card for each burden counter. So you can basically tap it to draw a bunch of cards. It is insanely good. We're definitely going to be taking it here. I want VV and Nadu and Volcanic Island and Atali. I haven't had a chance to play with the One Ring, though. This is one of the cards that came out while I was not playing Magic, sadly. Which, dear goodness, if I had been playing Magic at the time that Lord of the Rings came out, whew, I would be a fiend. I would be an absolute fiend. With the One Ring, do we want to hit something like Wan Shi Tong or Screaming Nemesis? I do think I want to hit Screaming Nemesis. 3 mana, 3/3, pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature, create a treasure. Wan Shi Tong is very interesting to me. Solitude, it's worth noting, is also very interesting to me. If we wanted to be in like a blue-white control deck, but I think I'm going to take the Screaming Nemesis. It's just extremely strong. 3 mana, 3/3 haste. When this creature deals combat damage or deals damage, it deals that much damage to any other target. If a player is dealt damage that way, they can't gain life for the rest of the game. Just insane. 5 mana, 5/5 flying first strike. Also really good. But yeah, we're going to take the Screaming Nemesis. Try to be a little aggro. Palantir is one of my old favorites. There's also an Adeline. So maybe we go into red-white, which is, as everyone knows, and if you don't, I'm going to introduce you to it. Red-white, the Boros aggro is one of the best style of decks in the entire cube, and Adeline's pretty dang good in that. It's worth noting Palantir of Orthonk is also really, really good in that. And Palantir keeps us on 1 color, so I do think I'm going to take the Palantir here. Generous Plunder is maybe interesting. But no, let's actually take the Adeline. Adeline kind of cuts white. Adeline's very, very strong. Here's a Tursa and a Fire Covenant. 2 mana, 3/1, kicker 2. This creature enters if it was kicked. Return target non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Interesting. So we're looking at being red-white. Tursa is one of those like really, really good red-white cards. 3 mana, 3/3 haste. When Tursa enters, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. So it's another 3 mana haster. Just really, really good. Magmatic Hellkite. There's also a Lockmare. Sunfall and Winds of Abandon. Those are like the control-y aspects, which, I mean, if we wanted to be in the control-y aspects of red-white, we could. But Magmatic Alkite, 4 mana, 4/5. When this creature enters, destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls. Its controller searches their library for a basic land card. Put a stun counter on it, blah, 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 blah. Just a really good 4-drop. Winds of Abandon, I do think, would be pretty solid, honestly. So maybe we take the Winds of Abandon. Sunbillow Verge. We're going to want the mana, at least some fixing in this. So let's keep that in mind. Mana Tithe would be pretty good, but I think the Sunbillow Verge is important. Double red, double white. A lot of the white cards have a lot of really aggressive mana requirements. Ooh, Sunbaked Canyon is similar. There's a Seer and a Bone Crusher Giant. So Sunbaked Canyon is one of those mana fixings, but Bone Crusher Giant, 2 mana, damage can't be prevented, deals 2 damage to any target, and then 3 mana 4/3. When this creature becomes the target of a spell, it deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. Like, that's pretty good, but let's take the Sunbaked Canyon. Seer also might be interesting, but that doesn't go face. That's the only problem. There is a Nia, which is interesting. Goblin Bombardment might also be interesting, but I'm going to take the Embereth. 1 mana, destroy target artifact, and then a 2 mana for a 2/1 follow-up. Love that for us. Here, Vivi and Displacer Kitten came back around. I don't think Vivi should have come back around. That's kind of insane to me. We're going to take Hellrider, though. Hellrider, that just sits in my head, sits in my heart. Even though Vivi might be a little bit better. Oh, and then we still get to take a Bone Horde Dracosaur. We might be playing, like, Big Red, honestly. Which I'm not necessarily opposed to. This style of deck that we've got going on is very, very interesting to me. Not very powerful. Not the most powerful. You'll notice we don't have any 1 and 2 drops, which are really what we need. But we'll see. Cube is one of those formats I feel like I have gotten better at over time, but there's still so much for us to learn. At least for me. I, especially online, have only been drafting this cube for the past year or so, a little bit less. So I'm proud to say that I've gotten a little bit better at the archetypes. I love the switch ups that they do. Maybe it comes around a little too often. And now I'm convinced that I'm valuing this Palantir incorrectly. See, and I've straight up had this card do so much good for me. I'm sorry, I'm reading Palantir. I should have highlighted it. Palantir of Orthonk, 3 mana. We'll take the Sunblessed Healer. Probably not going to play it. Michelangelo. Thalia. Broadside Bombardiers. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. This creature deals damage equal to 2 plus the sacrifice permanent's mana value to any target. That's just insane. There's an Underworld Breach. There's a Thraben Inspector. I want the Felia. I also want the Hired Claw. It's worth noting. But I'm going to take the broadside Bombardier. Mainly because it does answer the 1 ring. Fun fact. It lets us sacrifice the 1 ring by attacking. I think there's other cards in the pack, but I'm not sure. Ragavon's broken. Dragon's Rage Channeler is honestly pretty good too. Ren and 6 would be cool. Corey Steelcutter would be really, really good, but I think Ragavon's going to be my pick. I do. Truly. Just look at the monkey. He's got all that treasure around him. Is that a... He's got fans. Oh, we're taking the Rag. Might be incorrect. Ragavon's one of those really, really cool cards that I enjoy. And I'll be straight with you guys. This goes for more than just Magic. This goes for the rest of your life. Do things you enjoy. life is worth living because you enjoy it, and I think it's really important that we get out there and we do the things we like. There's a landfall deck. There's Green Sun in here. That's cool. Overlord of the Boiler Bridges goes face. 4 mana for 4 damage to any target. It's pretty sick. There's also a Natural Order. God, I'm not in green. If I were, this pack would suck. Cause I'd be like, I want all these. Wheel of Fortune's also a little interesting. I'm not gonna take it. Clarion Conqueror. If we would have taken the 4/5 Magmatic Hellkite, I might have taken the Clarion Conqueror. But right now we're gonna take the Overlord. This is just, I mean, look at him. He's a bruh. Goldspan Dragon. Whenever this creature attacks or becomes the target of a spell, that's pretty interesting. Otherwise, we're taking Leonardo, Leader in Blue. I actually saw a Reddit thread earlier talking about straight up this card and how underpowered it felt in Cube, which I find hilarious. So we're going to take the big old dragon. Are we playing Sneak Attack? There's no way, right? Not with, no. We're going to play this Kellen, though. That's for sure. Although I forget that we're in pack 2, and I'm actually... Oh, Grim Lavamancer. There's also a Grim Monolith. And honestly, Grim Monolith with kind of what we've got going on here is very interesting to me. There's a Containment Priest. Let's take the Grim Monolith, though. That shouldn't be there. Animate Dead is interesting. Scuzzback Scrounger. 2 mana, 3/2. The Goblin Warrior. Look at... I just want to compare. Look at his paltry spoils, comparatively. Look at our Distinguished Monk. I'm disappointed in you, Scuzzback. But as for picks, we're going to take the Seasoned Pyromancer. Lion Sash is also a little bit interesting. Magda, whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, like, great. We don't have very many dwarves. None, actually. So take the Seasoned Pyromancer. We're a 3-drop dot deck. That's not always good. Glimmer Lens. 2 mana for Mirrodin. Whenever equipped creature and at least one other creature attack, draw a card. We'll take the Glimmer Lens. Kythian's interesting to me, but Ghostflyer Slice also goes face. So maybe we take that, and we might be cutting white entirely. Hired Claw, 1-drop. There is a Felia, though. I am going to take the Felia. Felia is just so strong. There's a Fear of Missing Out as well. Ancient Tomb is interesting to me. If we were to cut some of the white, we would do that. Let's take the Fear of Missing Out. Some Blessed Healer's out. This is... this is wrong. I don't think it's actually wrong. But that was crazy. Figure of Fable is one that we might have played. Grim Lavamancer was one we might have played, but look at where we're at, friends. Gut. I know I clicked on Gut before I looked for power, but my friends, look at Gut. Whenever you attack, so you play this on 3, you have a 2-drop attacks. Sacrifice another creature or an artifact. If you do, create a 4/1 skeleton creature token with menace that's tapped and attacking. Phenomenal. We're going to take it. And we're dropping things, honestly, like Ghostfire Slice. And Goldspan Dragon's probably just not good enough. We're looking at 21 playables. We're going to go up to 24, probably, is my assumption. We got a Mox Ruby is my thing. Showdown with Scald's very, 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 very strong. 4 mana. Exile the top 4 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control for 2 and 3. Insanely good. Yeah. Chatterfang, Squirrel General. You were rocking your sleeves for a hot second, brother. Excuse me. We're going to take the plateau pretty easily here. Ooh, Robber of the Rich. Skyclave Apparition is really good as a 3-drop, but we're already 3-drop dot deck. 2 mana 2/2 reach haste. Whenever this creature attacks, if a defending player has more cards in hand than you, exile the top card of their library. During any turn you attack with a rogue, sure. It's 2 mana 2/2. That gets in. And we're looking at about a deck right now. I think I'm going to take the path to exile here. Yuffie, Materia Hunter. 3 mana 3/3 ninjutsu. When Yuffie enters, gain control of target non-creature artifact for as long as you control Yuffie. Oh. There's an elegant parlor, though. And I will take the mana fixing. Oh, Glorybringer? Look at that Flitterwing nuisance, though. I love that art. The Wandering Emperor or Elite Spellbinder are both interesting to me. I do think we want the Glorybringer, though. Especially if we're going to be playing this Grim Monolith. And right now we have 5, sitting at 25, or 24 actual playable cards here. Lutri's not going to start the deck. I do think we're going to play the Aang's Iceberg. I don't think we're playing Magda. And the next card we're cutting is probably a 3-drop. What 3-drop, though? Honestly, the next card we're cutting is probably Hellrider. Hellrider's actually cut. The Oliphant. Figure of Destiny is coming in. Perfect. Figure of Destiny is replacing Hellrider. Makes me feel a little bit better. The Grim Monolith being able to kind of double cast a 3-drop on turn 3. Like, oh, I'm going to play Screaming Nemesis and Gut. Or I'm going to play Seasoned Pyromancer and Gut. That would be sick. Sage of the Sky is probably not going to get played. It's worth noting Lutri doesn't have much to hit. We have 1 instant and 1 sorcery. So Lutri's kind of like out. Skyclave Apparition's in. Agent Bishop is not in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I make one more cut? I do almost think that I make one more cut. I almost want to play that.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I will protect my people.
I think it's the Aang's Iceberg, realistically. And we're going to cut down 1 mountain. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Boom. Play it up. Red, white, we're getting in there. We are playing the aggro style deck, and we're hoping that they're not too broken. Inevitably, they will be. But we can hope. We're going to keep. We got a good hand here. A Mox Sapphire, starting with a Soul Ring. Great. Two of the most powerful cards in the cube. Am I going to get Time Twisting? Oh, interesting. Okay. What do you got, friend? I get to play a 1-mana 2/1. One of the things I do dislike about cube in general is the slow speed at which we generally like to move. What you gonna take, friend? Bet. You got 2 mana left? Do you have another land? There you go. Another swamp. Nice. So I'm gonna play this and this. And then Screaming Nemesis. You got something for that? I'm gonna sacrifice, draw a card. Fair enough. 3 cards in hand. If only I could have broadsided him. I would have sacrificed the Mox Ruby to hit the Deep Cavern to get the Screaming Nemesis back, and then just Screaming Nemesis the next turn. Next turn I can Overlord of the Boiler Bridges, which is cool. What do you got there? Snapcaster Mage? Sure. I'm gonna kill your Deep Cavern back. Get my Broadside Bombardiers. Bombardiers. Ooh, I don't like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can bring back a Snapcaster or something like that. So if I bring this out, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4 gets in. Then I can get in with this, sacrifice. Otherwise, I get in with this, sacrifice this, hit him in the face for 8. Yeah. We're going to do that. We're going to play this. We're going to leave that on top. Put a creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Great. You're going to take my Broadside Bombardiers again. Skyclave Apparition will eat that, and then I'll get it back and be able to cast it. It's the whole point. Hopefully, fingers crossed, depending on what they have here, of course. The fact that they didn't cast the front half of this to kill this, though. I wonder if they misunderstood what happened there. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Can't sacrifice Overlord or the Boiler Bridges. It's not an artifact. That's good to know. That is very good to know. Did not realize that. Ooh. 3 mythics. Look at that. Proud of us. 1-0. Playing a nice little aggro deck. Our opponent kind of petered out there, but sometimes that happens. We're going to keep, mainly because I can Bone Horde Dracosaur on 3. Flying first strike. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. If you exiled a land card this way, create a 3/1 red dinosaur creature token. I am going to go for the Bone Horde Dracosaur play. We'll see what they do. I am going to do this. And then I'm going to cast Adeline. They're going to probably counter the Adeline, but I'd rather nail the Bone Horde Dracosaur another time. Unholy Heat. Sure. It actually resolves. Maybe I should have played into a burn spell, but I have to assume they have a 2-mana counter there. Seasoned Pyromancer can discard like Fear of Missing Out next turn, or I can Fear of Missing Out, discard Seasoned Pyromancer realistically. Depending on what I draw, of course. Stock Up is such a strong card, too. I'm going to play the Fear of Missing Out. Discarding the Seasoned Pyromancer. Exile this card from your graveyard. Create 2 1/1 red elementals. Ooh, am I going to get evoked? Pyrokinesis. Okay. That's fair. Oh, a Monastery Mentor? I'm not going to attack into his Monastery Mentor when he probably has a Lightning Bolt. No, he has an Oliphant Mountain Cycling. Okay, fair. I do think they answer the Bone Horde, which is kind of sad. Double return target creature to their owner's hand. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. Don't have something to answer the Bone Horde Dracosaur this time. Mr. 4-color, no black. Are they playing Omnath? Okay. Evora. A very interesting deck. Oh, and they're channeling a land. Interesting. No blocks. No attacks. Discard a card, sacrifice this, memory lapse. Okay. Draw a card. Bet. 3 cards in hand. What have you got in there, friend? We got Otowarad. We got Pyrokinesis. We got Mystic Confluence double bounced. We're playing game among games here, friends. A nice gut. A suplex. If I'm there, and then there, 1, 2, 3, 4. That takes 2 blockers. Exile, exile. I get a 3-1 and I get a draw. So how do I want to do this? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's actually sacrifice this to draw a card. We need to... Yeah, I don't think we can do this, guys. I think we're starting there. We're playing this. And we're hitting that gut. No attacks. We're down to 4 life. There's a lot that gets us here. Like a lot that gets us. But there is also a lot that gives us more time. So fingers crossed. And the Bone Horde Dracosaur is exactly what's going to catch us up in this game. that wins you the game, 100%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Fight all the fights. Magic. We have, but we are not
Jeez.
in charge.
Are they trying to figure out what happens here? Yep, feels bad, man. Dang. They had some good answers. They had some real good answers. Really, really anxious of making a wrong move there, I will say. I don't blame them though. Cube games get like that. They're high stress, high anxiety sometimes. You're like, what could they have? I know there's answers to what I'm doing. And sometimes you just gotta play like they don't have it. I'll keep this. This is not a great hand. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop. I mean, honestly, hopefully we draw a Mox. I'm also curious, if we had been on the play that game, I do think we would be in a much different spot. We'll let Path to Exile, but we don't want to Path to Exile early. I'm going to discard the Path to Exile. I don't think that's correct. It might be, but like that's difficult. We're going to discard those and draw 2. Land and broadside, sure. Get in. Showdown on the Scalds is just too good. Like, both of these cards are too good catch-ups. So instead we're discarding things like Gut, which is not where we want to be. Especially now that we don't have our Path to Exile for this Scythe Cat Cub that's going to probably grow quite a bit. Which it's worth noting, I am going to broadside Bombardiers, sacrificing like Tersa or something like that. Unless they attack in with Scythe Cat. I'm actually going to cast this. No attacks. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I've got a bunch of things that I'm going to be able to play next turn. The Winds of Abandon make me feel better. Oh, that's annoying. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. This deals equal to 2 plus sacrifice permanent's mana value. So, what that means for me. means I'm playing this. Means I'm playing this. Getting rid of that. And I'm playing this. Hitting that. No attacks. He's gonna get in with the boiler bridges once. And he's gonna hit that, but I'm gonna be able to block with the fear of missing out, depending on how he attacks. I think I didn't realize how little white mana I had. I thought I had the ability to Skyclave and Winds of Abandon, and that wasn't good. We gotta do something about the Overlord of the Boiler Bridges, though. I wonder if they're, like, not doing well on mana? Okay. They've got 9 mana. Ooh. It has to be combat damage, though. I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna hope that I draw land for Wings of Abandon next turn. If I don't, we're in a really rough spot. Ooh, unlucky. So I do think I'm going to play the Bonehorde Dragon. And go ahead. Whenever this creature attacks for the first time each turn, if there are 4 more cards in the graveyard, untap target creature. No attacks. Real rough spot. Real rough spot with this Overlord of the Boiler Bridges. I'm gonna be real. We needed that Winds of Abandon. Question, Mr. Opponent, are we gonna get another turn to do it? Create a food or a treasure. Leatherhead. How are you gonna do it, bud? They don't have removal. If they attack with both, I'm gonna block there and take this. No, I will block there. Come on, friend. What you got going on? Yeah, we're just gonna block there. Go ahead, do the thing. The Bone Horde Dracosaur is what we need. A land, nice. And this card is very, very strong. Yes. Hopefully that is a good game. You're gonna go get a whole bunch of lands though. Yep. I didn't get to play the Screaming Nemesis, sadly. They get one draw with actually 11 lands. Nice. Can kill my Robber of the Rich. Ooh. They got removal for that? Dang. That kind of sucks. They get to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they can go up to 9. Boast. Activate this ability only if this creature attacked this turn and only once each turn. Four damage. You can gain 2 life. Good game. Oof. These games are intense. Hard fought. Which is, I mean, generally, I'll be realistic. This is how Cube really works. I am not playing the most aggro red-white deck. And we're not having the aggro red-white deck wins. But we're still 2-1. So you know what? I'm not going to complain. Because who's going to come after me for that? Nazgul. We're going to keep. And we're going to play a Ragavan. We're on the play. I am just gonna hit that. Go get a land. Fine. I don't really like that play personally, but considering it gives me that. Until the end of turn, you may cast that card. I'm gonna play out the Kellen. The Lightning Helix, fine. And Adeline. You got... Oh my gosh. Actually, a stern scolding right now. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each bird encounter. No attacks. End turn. Flage is one of those cards. Ooh, that's good. Draw a card. Draw. Activate, double draw. Gut will be able to get rid of that. But let's play the Bone Horde Dracosaur. A Parallax? Nice. Sure. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna play... Boom. Tersa Light Shatter, you got something here. Discard those 2 to draw 2. Love that. And then we're gonna play Gut. Yeah, hit it. I should have Skyclave Apparition as Parallax Wave. Wait. Target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control. So we are 100% activating this. We're playing land, Skyclave Apparition. Gonna hit that. I'm gonna Path the Exile that, you go get your land. We're going to discard 2 lands, draw. And then we're going to play this. Discard this. And probably Glorybringer. No, we'll discard the land. Draw. No attacks. Destroy target artifact. It's a sorcery, sadly. And we do lose here. Good game. Pyrogoyf, Quantum Riddler. They got a cool deck. They definitely had a pretty cool deck. The One Ring is also insanely powerful. I think they played around it really well. I'm pretty impressed. Maybe I went to get it down a little bit early. It might be a little bit more of a like a follow-up, a last-ditch effort. Janara 19. Let's do it, friend. We'll keep. A Mox Sapphire. Let's go. We can play an Adeline and, nope. No, we can't. You got something for the Adeline? Dang, nice. You got a counter spell for that? No? Okay, nice. We are going to hit the Ocelot Pride with it. Playing against Esper here, huh? Okay, I see you. Draw. Let's make him have it. Okay. Boom. I'm gonna auto pay to kill your fairy mastermind. You can go get a land, sure. return it to my hand. What you got for me, friend? Exile target tapped creature. Is that what's about to happen here?
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming. Guards!
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna let that happen. End turn.
Keep watch for intruders.
Destroy target artifact or enchantment. No, not my overlord of the boiler bridges. That's really not good. Yep, they got me. Ugh. That was a pretty sweet little like red white or blue white brew. I mean, I'm here for it, man. That was pretty cool. I do think our deck was maybe a little bit weak, but hey, man, sometimes that happens. We are on the draw a lot for it, but thanks for joining me, guys. I do appreciate it. Let's pop these packs. You'll see we got that pre-order going on over there. Boom, boom, boom. A Mind's Eye. Wait. That's sick. And then a Ravnica Allegiance. Boom. But thanks for joining me so much, guys. I do really appreciate it. Remember, if you're new here, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Tell the robot to enjoy this type of content. It does really help me out. I hope you guys are having a good week. Get out there, enjoy some cube. Also, touch some grass, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.